Just a few days ago, barely anyone in the Scottish football world was even whispering the name David Ancelotti. Sure, the surname rings loud and clear across Europe, linked to Champions League glory, Real Madrid, AC Milan, and of course his legendary father, Carlo, but David himself, a figure mostly operating in the shadows, the quiet assistant always seen at his father's side. And then out of nowhere, his name was thrown into the mix as the frontrunner to become the next permanent manager of Rangers. The rumor mill exploded. Was this the bold modern appointment the club needed? A tactical brain, young, well-educated, in the elite football environments of Spain and Italy, and ready to make his own name in management. But as quickly as the excitement built, a new wave of information from Madrid has knocked everything off balance. In a twist no one saw coming, David Ancelotti now looks set to turn down the chance of taking the reins at Ibrox. Reports suggest that he has decided to stick by his father's side and join him in Brazil, becoming part of a historic project to lead the Seleção through to the 2026 World Cup. This decision, confirmed by sources close to the Ancelotti family, effectively rules him out of the running at Rangers, at least for now. The move to South America isn't just a job, it's a mission to bring Brazil back to the top of world football, something they've been chasing for over 2 decades now. And if they pull it off, David and Carlo Ancelotti would be the first father-son duo to win a World Cup together. It's history in the making, and it's hard to blame David for wanting to be part of it. That leaves Rangers at a bit of a crossroads. The club's top brass had been seriously considering David as their long-term managerial solution, partly influenced by the new direction under the expected takeover by the 49ers Enterprises Group. His coaching style, European pedigree, and connection to one of the most respected managers in modern football had made him an appealing candidate. But with David's focus now shifting to the international stage, Rangers must return to the drawing board. That task falls into the hands of Director of Football Kevin Thelwell, who now holds the responsibility of shaping the next chapter of this club, both in terms of the manager and the summer rebuild that's coming. And let's not forget Barry Ferguson, the man bleeds Rangers blue. Since stepping in as interim boss after Philippe Clement's dismissal, Ferguson has tried to steady the ship. It hasn't been smooth sailing by any means, but he's managed to rally the squad and give the fans something to cling to. That 3-2 win at Parkhead over Celtic wasn't just another derby victory. It was a statement, a reminder that Rangers still have fight in them. Even in the face of instability, Ferguson has openly admitted he'd love to be given the job permanently. In his words, "Every day I walk through the front doors, it's a privilege." There's something deeply genuine about his passion for the club. And while he may not be the glamorous foreign appointment some fans are craving, he's certainly earned respect. This past Wednesday at Ibrox might have been Ferguson's final match in charge at home. It was a solid performance, a comeback win over Dundee United that finished 3-1. The goals came courtesy of Cyril Desires, who netted twice, and Nicholas Raskin. But beyond the goals, it was a match that showed the spirit and grit Ferguson's tried to instill in the team. After the match, Ferguson joked that he's gained a few more gray hairs during his short spell in charge. But beneath the humor, you could sense the weight of the experience on him. He knew it wasn't going to be perfect. He knew the pressure, but he still took the job on. And that says a lot about his character. Looking ahead, the final match of the season against Hibernian could mark the closing of this chapter. Hibs have already secured 3rd place in the league following a draw with St. Mirren, but for Rangers, it's another chance to finish strong. It's also another opportunity for Barry Ferguson to make his case on the pitch and off it. But whatever happens, one thing is clear. Big changes are coming to Ibrox this summer. Meanwhile, back to the Ancelotti saga. And it seems this wasn't just a fleeting rumor. According to Spanish broadcaster Alberto Pereiro, David Ancelotti has made the firm decision to join his father with Brazil and put his own managerial ambitions on hold for the time being. "Oh, Carlo and David Ancelotti are not separating their paths," said Pereiro. David has decided to postpone his career as a head coach and will accompany his father to Brazil until the 2026 World Cup. This announcement sends a clear signal to Rangers and other interested clubs. David is not available, not now, or maybe not for a few years. So what next for Rangers? The search continues, and attention now turns to other candidates who can bring stability and long-term vision. The upcoming summer window will be crucial, not just for incoming players, but also for defining the identity and direction of the squad. Without a permanent manager in place, much of the club's transfer strategy is still in flux. Thelwell will have a massive role to play in identifying a head coach who can align with the broader project and expectations of the fan base. But the manager isn't the only topic buzzing around Ibrox right now. Transfer whispers are starting to heat up, and one name being linked to both sides of the old firm is Blackburn Rovers winger Tyrus Dolan. The 23-year-old's contract expires this summer, and he's reportedly attracting interest from both Rangers and Celtic. Dolan was previously on Celtic's radar before they brought in Jota during the January window. But with Jota now sidelined due to a serious cruciate ligament injury, the need for reinforcements out wide is once again a priority. Dolan, who has been a standout performer for Blackburn, racked up 7 goals and 6 assists across 47 appearances this season. A product of Manchester City and Preston North End's academies, he brings speed, creativity, and the kind of flair that could inject life into any forward line. With his age and contract status, he could potentially move across the border for a minimal fee thanks to FIFA's training compensation rules. The situation is fluid, but Rangers have made inquiries and are monitoring developments closely. Blackburn boss Valerian Ismail hasn't sugarcoated the situation either. Speaking last week, he acknowledged that Dolan is in a strong position in the transfer market, and that sometimes when the right offer comes along, it's hard to hold on to players. He knows the love we have for him here, said Ismail, but football is a business. When a better opportunity knocks, you have to respect that. Back on the pitch, one of the feel-good moments from the midweek win over Dundee United came when James Tavernier handed over penalty duties to Cyril Desires. Tavernier is usually the undisputed number 1 when it comes to spot kicks, but this time, with Desires just 1 goal away from reaching 50 goals in a Rangers shirt, the captain made the unselfish call. Desires didn't waste a chance. He buried it with confidence and then added another to complete his brace. Speaking after the match, Desires revealed that the two had spoken briefly before the game and that Tavernier had promised to let him take the next penalty if the chance came. To hit the 50 with a penalty was going to be a good feeling. Desires said, so I have to thank Tav because normally he's the main guy for penalties and he's brilliant at it. The gesture spoke volumes about Tavernier's leadership. In a world where personal stats often take priority, the decision to pass up a goal for the good of a teammate showed maturity and team spirit. As Desires put it, it says a lot about Tav as a captain and as a person. Tavernier's longevity and consistency at Rangers is something that should never go underappreciated. Playing over 500 games for a club like Rangers, with all the pressure that comes with it, is no small feat. His calmness, focus, and sheer professionalism continue to set an example for the rest of the squad. Ferguson also credited a key halftime conversation as being the turning point in the match against Dundee United. After going down early thanks to a goal from Samuel Kilharding, the Rangers side seemed rattled. But Ferguson revealed that some tactical tweaks and honest words in the dressing room helped reset the team's mentality. I knew Dundee United would come to frustrate us, sit deep and pack the midfield, Ferguson said. It's something we've struggled with in the past, but we spoke at halftime, made a few changes, and the response in the second half was exactly what we needed. And he wasn't wrong. Rangers came out with renewed energy, got themselves in front through the Desires penalty, and then finished it off shortly after with Raskin's goal. It was the kind of second half performance that leaves you wondering, what could Ferguson do with this team if he had a full preseason and the backing of the board? One thing's for sure, there's no shortage of drama, decisions, and developments at Rangers right now. The next few weeks are set to shape the future of the club in a big way. And with David Ancelotti now out of the picture, the next managerial appointment becomes even more crucial. Eyes will be on Thelwell, the 49ers group, and everyone behind the scenes at Ibrox to get this right. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans Turmoil has surfaced at Rangers FC as Scottish defender John Souttar has reportedly informed the club's management that he's no longer willing to share the pitch with Brazilian left-back Jeff Tay. The revelation, which has sent ripples through the club's dressing room and fan base, emerged after recent tensions between the two players escalated behind the scenes. Sources close to Ibrox confirmed earlier this week. Souttar, a key figure in Rangers' defensive line since joining from Hearts, has expressed growing frustration with Jeff Tay's performances and attitude during training sessions and match days. While neither the club nor the players have officially commented, insiders suggest that a heated exchange between the two following the club's recent match against Hibernian may have been the breaking point. According to sources Souttar voiced concerns over what he sees as Jeff Tay's lack of tactical discipline and failure to communicate effectively on the field, issues the Scottish international believes have cost Rangers dearly in crucial moments this season. Those close to the defender say he feels his leadership is being undermined by having to constantly compensate for Jeff Tay's lapses in positioning and effort. The timing of this internal fallout couldn't be worse for the Glasgow club, who are locked in a tense battle at the top of the Scottish Premiership and preparing for a critical stretch in European competition. Manager Philippe Clement now faces a delicate balancing act, maintaining squad unity while addressing the conflict between two players vital to his defensive setup. Jeff Tay, who arrived with high expectations after a promising youth career in Brazil, and a stint with Fluminense, has shown flashes of brilliance but has struggled for consistency. Despite his attacking flair and potential, critics within the club argue that his defensive reliability has been lacking, an observation seemingly confirmed by Souttar's growing discontent. While it remains unclear whether either player will be dropped or transferred as a result of this impasse, the Rangers board will be keen to resolve the situation swiftly. With the summer transfer window approaching, all eyes will be on how Clement navigates this storm, and whether John Souttar's ultimatum marks the beginning of a deeper fracture within the Ibrox locker room. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.